Hey everyone, Tony Winston here, Jazz Piano College. Got a request to do the song But Not For Me by George and Ira Gershwin. I may have done a video on this before, I really can't remember. And they requested the Chet Baker version. I like the way he does this song. Sings it nicely, plays it nicely, does it in the key of D flat. I'm going to do it in the key of C. And the version I'm more familiar with is Ahmad Jamal's version with Israel Crosby on the bass. So I'm going to cover those bass lines just a little bit. Got this from another video, which I'll link to. So being in the key of C, we could say this might be a beginner video. Okay, there it is in the key of C. Even though it's a beginner video, I'm not going to go over every chord. I'm not going to insult your intelligence. You know how to do 1, 6, 2, and 5 in the key of C. Listen to the Ahmad Jamal version of this. He plays so understated. I mean, just, he'll start the melody and then just leave it out and just let you imagine the rest. And then he'll put in these little and I was reading Wikipedia, and they said that Downbeat kind of panned this album when it first came out. I believe it was 1958 that the album came out, and they said it was something like, it was just like cocktail music. They didn't even consider it real jazz. And then the album went on to sell like 40 million copies or something. Anyway, it was not that many, but it was like maybe it was 40,000. At any rate, it was like way more than most jazz albums, and it was like a #1 album for a while. So like I say, I'm going to do it in the key of C. Hopefully I can find a chart for it, but if not, let's just learn it. All right, it's just too low for a whole G 7th chord. Root 7th, like that. If that's not enough, put the 3rd in there. All right, so here it is again. And then we're going to go to the 2 chord, and it's a dominant, so it's what they call a secondary dominant. Once again, the G7, it's just too low. You can't put the 3rd in this time because it's a suspended chord, but this is really all you need. And here we have C7th, but you could do something like G minor to C7th, or just suspend the C7 like this. All right, and so when they tell you you can't put a minor 3rd onto a major 7th chord, well, yes, you can. Now, you can reharmonize it to do that. And you could probably do the same thing here. And right here, probably the A flat 7th, best way to go, and that's a nice A flat 7 with the flat 5. That's what jazz is all about, that flat 5, and a flat 9 too. So that time I just did another 1, 6, 2, 5, And it doesn't really take you to that 2 chord, but, it'll work okay. Again with the G minor, and then the C7th. Now you can walk it down like that. Let's see how they do it in this book here. Yeah, I've got the Gershwin book right here. And if you want it in E flat, I thought I was taking that from the George Gershwin book. It's out of this standards book right here. I'm going to give you a lot of resources here. I'm going to give you this chart, and I'm going to give you this one over here, also in the key of E flat. And here's like the original. I'm going to copy these 2 pages and put it up there. And here, again, we have that G13. It's a G7 chord. And let's add a flat 9 in there and a sharp 11. Get that rich chord there. And end with a C6. Now, let's take a look real quickly at these bass lines by Israel Crosby. So it appears they start on E minor. My memory thinks that might be a C major, but that's just a substitute for a C major. All right, and I will put these little screenshots down in the description as well. Bass parts are usually written an octave higher than they sound, so I'm going to play it right here. And then what does he do? Kind of the same thing. Now, I haven't practiced how to put the melody in at the end of those bass lines, but if you were going to try to use this in your own solo version or something, you'd have to figure that out. Now, here's the next nice thing he does on this A flat chord, and then does the same thing down here in G. I used to play this with the bass player, and that's what he did, but that's what looks like the transcription is. And then we've got it again here, so this time it is a C, make it a C6. And here he does something a little different. Let's try that again. And listen to the Ahmad Jamal version of this. There you go. But not for me. E flat. Chet Baker's version was in D flat. Sorry, I didn't cover it in that key. Key of C. I'll try to find a chart for you. Want to thank everyone for supporting me over there on Patreon and also through PayPal. Couldn't do this without your support, so I really do appreciate it. And I'll be back. Let's see, what am I going to do next?